chat some kind of way. I don't know what I did. Let me see here what it says. It says, I would love to go to work with my hair like that. Your hair is not like, your hair isn't textured like mine. I'm just putting some oil. It's really, really dry and really, really short. It's growing back. But I got bumped off. I'm sorry about that. That was my fault. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where Jeff is. I think I bumped him out too. I don't know if he's here or not. But anyway, happy Valentine's Day. I saw this the other day, and it looks like to me it's about a week or two ago already passed. And I was shocked that it actually even came up on my timeline. But since it did, it you know how sensitive I am to you know energies and stuff. I could not unhear what I heard, and for me, I was like, well, it sounds like to me you're saying you're not in the very beginning. I'm not talking about his child. Speaking of Dwayne Wade, but clearly he was obviously talking about his child because I guess his child wore this jersey in remembrance of Kobe Bryant. Remember the basketball player who died in the helicopter crash with his um, daughter. And this child obviously was a fan because his father played on a team with this guy. Like I'm piecing all the pieces together, but that guy also played on a team with Kobe at some point, or they are all friends. And so since this man is married to a white lady, and they have biracial kids, I think one or two. And so you can all, I mean, I can't imagine being a child growing up and having that as a father, but he's worth millions, so maybe the money overshadows all that toxic energy. Hopefully, he doesn't have any LGBT kids in his clutches. Otherwise, I can't even imagine what fresh hell they're going through. But um, since Dwayne Wade and his wife, that real pretty actress, um, what is her name, man? I can't think right now. Um, are raising their transgender daughter and allowing her to express herself and feel however she feels and wear whatever she wants to wear. They're not policing her body the way this man is trying to jump over into his family and publicly humiliate him, publicly shame him for allowing his child to wear a jersey of obviously a fan, regardless of, you know, her gender identity. What does it matter? I'm pretty sure she ain't the only one who had heard of this man. I don't even watch sports, and I saw the whole plane crash. I knew who he was prior to that. It's all over the TV. You can't miss it, even if you're not even looking for it. It's in your face. Once you turn your TV on local news, it's all over. So I don't understand how he would can even open his little trap to even say anything, because this man had fans of all creeds, colors, backgrounds. I'm sure he's even got fans, abroad and in Europe and Africa and all over. So why are you all of a sudden having an issue with a child? This is clearly a black, dark skinned little kid that ain't your child, and you putting your claws on an innocent kid. clearly minding their own business and they thinking about you. But you want to put them on blast by going online. Like it is beyond passive aggressive, child. Like he's mental. Like and he's truly in a mental state. And so he was saying, all these things about, how great Kobe was and blah 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 and how his mind was really great. And so what the fuck does that have to do with you then reversing and saying, well, he's wearing a bucking dress, he's wearing a dress with a jersey, who gives a fuck? Like, seriously, I just don't understand what is the point of all of this if these same black men, and I'm just over it already because they just keep popping up. And then when you read the comment section, if you went in the comment section, child, it was like 100% agreement with what he was saying. And I'm like, okay, so if we are as a black culture trying to unite and stand up as a people, why do we keep excluding, our LGBTQ brothers and sisters at every chance we get? Even when that whole BLM thing was started by a, queer person, but y'all somehow took it over and now you want to be the face of toxic masculinity that is throwing Christian values into it on top of, your infidelities and stuff that's out there anyway. You're not a perfect human being. So I'm just I can't, my brain can't handle all of this toxic masculine behavior. And it makes absolute no sense. And it's like, well, what's the point of you know saying that we're trying to bring a community together, buy black, be black, when clearly if I'm buying a ticket to your games that you participate in, sir, you clearly don't want a transgender person wearing your jersey from your team. A freaking I mean, can you make, like, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, it's almost laughable, but I can't laugh because it's so toxic. But it's a shirt. Like, who gives a, you know what I mean? Are you mad because it's his child? This is, Dwayne Wade's child. So I'm lost because I'm be damned if somebody put their claws into your children, how you would respond. You would probably be ready to chop somebody's damn head off. So I'm just curious as to why you tried to say that you're referring to how he's lost respect in his household and letting his wife run the household. That's also very disrespectful and very sexist. So I'm like, does it even matter? Like, you're still very much insulting this man's family. And then you're trying to pit Kobe's family up and compare to Dwayne Wade's family. Sir, there's no difference. People are people, and stop doing that because you ain't making no sense. Like, you're really doing a whole lot of nonsense. And the fact that you got all of those people to agree with you is truly sad. And black people aren't a monolith. Like, I'm sitting here as proof of that. You know, I have six siblings. I'm the youngest of the six, and we're all different, you know. And so, how you trying to police bodies, I know very much well a lot about that. And it's wrong because you don't want someone telling your children, your little biracial children, hey, they can't wear certain clothes or they can't wear Kobe's jersey because they're quote unquote whatever, because I don't know your kids. But you just did this to Dwayne Wade's child, and she clearly is a girl, but you want to disrespect her and keep saying the opposite. You're clearly being disrespectful and you're clearly attacking a child. And for all the people who follow you and agree with you, you're attacking a dark skinned black child who is transgender, and her pronouns are she and her, clearly, period. And so anything else is not going to fly under the radar at this point because things are already bad as they are. You're sitting in a space where you technically are straddling the fence anyway because I saw a picture of your wife and she ain't black. And so I ain't seen your kids, but they're clearly biracial. So you're sitting over here comparing apples to oranges because Kobe is also married to biracial, you know, biracial kids. But Dwayne Wade's wife is a dark skinned black woman. His child is clearly dark skinned black. So what are you doing? What why are you making a comparison period and attacking this little bitty kid who is clearly not bothering you, sir? She wore a jersey with a skirt and it looked fabulous. Do you want to wear a skirt? Is that what the problem is? Like, I'm just lost. And then you try to throw some Christian values in and stop it. Some of your scandals are already posted out there. You know, you've been unfaithful in your life. You're not a perfect human being. I don't care how. And see, this is my point. Like, no matter how much money you have, how famous you are, even if you jump the fence and fall in love with someone of another race and have a family over there with them, you still crawl your way back over to the other side of the fence and try to dig your claw ends and put your morality and your belief system in over here when you need to be managing that whole new arena of lifestyle that you got going on over there, which ain't got nothing to do with anybody else but you. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing, how much money you have, you're still a black man. That's the one thing you'll never be able to escape it. And I think that maybe for a lot of those toxic ass men like that, maybe that's part of their problems that they can't handle that whole thing about being a black man in America. And so they do everything in their power to escape it or colonize themselves to the point where they feel like they marry into another race, then that kind of erases the shame of the history, but it doesn't. It doesn't erase anything. You still gonna be looking the same to everybody. And when you open your mouth and start putting your claws in on other people's kids and stuff, you're still gonna be looking like a toxic human being that has money, has a career, and has a following of people who will follow you just because you have money. Oh Lord, but if the day that you ever find yourself on that side of the fence where you fall off and you don't have that little wife that you have anymore, she drops your ass and goes off with someone else. That money that you have is all dried up and gone, and you don't have a career anymore. Then the reality is going to hit you real hard in the face. How you trying to do these black kids who are transgender and pull them and drag them through the mud? It's going to be coming for you. It's not a long video. It's very short. I hate to repeat it again, but I can replay it for you again so you can hear what he said. You can hear it with your own ears. What he did. In the beginning, he tried to say that he wasn't speaking on his child. He was only speaking on Dwayne Wade and his failure to control his child's clothing, like micromanage his clothing. And I'm like, you ain't making no kind of sense, sir. Like I don't know why this shit pulled up on my feed. I just couldn't unsee it, and it was very triggering and bothersome because I understand it. I grew up in a black family, so I know what that's like, and I know what it's all about, and it's just a prop. Here we go. You can watch it for yourself. I'll play it again. We'll play it again so people can see it.
But let's get into
I'm gonna look at this little troll. He
Dwayne
looks
Wade
crazy.
and what he's allowing to happen in his household. And I don't like to speak about.
Hold on, give it a minute. It's not gonna play directly. It'll get started again in just a second. Hold on. I guess we're the only two on here.
about a man's child, so I'm going to speak about the man. And as a man, I don't think Dwayne Wade levels up as a man anymore. And that's just my opinion, brother Dwayne Wade. I don't think you level up as a man. You are letting your woman control your house. You played this thing called basketball. This is a game. Kobe Bryant's children are not honoring him by wearing a dress. Kobe Bryant's wife is not honoring him by wearing a dress. I don't think nobody else is honoring Kobe Bryant by wearing a dress. Kobe Bryant was a masculine man who, when out my shoulder, Kobe Bryant said, I don't give a damn, shoot it with your left hand, wheel it in. This man's mindset was golden. This man's mindset was, I can do anything. And guess where he came from, brother Dwayne? Out of high school. Kobe Bryant, there's not a one thing, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter. But I understand the mindset that he probably was giving his children. Do you know how great his oldest daughter mentality probably was, having a daddy like Kobe Bryant? That the time that you want to give up, the time that you shoulder, the time that it's this, he gonna come to you and say, hey, that the other shoulder work. That old school ancestral nature that Kobe Bryant had. People don't like to talk about that. They want to call him a mamba. But no, that was his ancestors. Kobe Bryant didn't give up on shit. And some people got rubbed the wrong way by that. Hell, even me at times. But how do you now honor a man with so much masculinity, so much since a teenager, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me? Because that's some of the personal conversations that me and Kobe had. Through Christ, he believed he can do anything. Now, how does that tie in with a teenage kid who feels like he's a woman now? How does that tie in with him putting this man's jersey into a mucking dress?
See, now he said he wasn't going to talk about the child, but clearly that's what he's doing. But he tries to renege and say he didn't say anything about his child, but he just did it. But he would be pissed if somebody said that about his kids.
Only doing this to black people. Look at how they honor a black heterosexual man. You mean to tell me they would allow you to have a homosexual person honor
as if his only fans were straight black people? Girl, I can't.
And I'm not saying
I can't with this man. It's too much.
Homosexual, but this man is a heterosexual man. Why is he being honored by being made his jersey into a dress? Wear his goddamn jersey for the day to honor him then, without the dress part.
See, he's just toxic, and he's
Dwayne Wade. If you respect Kobe like you said you did, you would have had your son. We understand your son is gay. That's fine. But for that day,
oh my God,
to honor Kobe, why couldn't he just wear the goddamn jersey without turning it into a dress?
Why can't you just focus on your own kids and leave other people's children alone, sir? Why can't you do that? Why can't you mind your own business? You don't understand anything.
That's going on in our community.
How is it brainwashing?
Let me get off this.
How?
I thought this was very disrespectful. Dwayne Wade is a hetero, not Dwayne Wade. Well, Dwayne Wade is heterosexual as well, with a wife. Kobe Bryant is a heterosexual, masculine man.
And
who passed away.
And he didn't have gay fans. He didn't have trans fans.
With his
somebody that's world renowned.
Let's please not show our black brother in this light. This is no offense to nobody else. This is that this man was a heterosexual man with a wife and a family. There's no reason for this to be tied to Kobe Bryant.
What? So what?
None whatsoever.
Oh my God, I can't, girl. I can't.
So I wish you guys would stop disrespecting a heterosexual man.
It's toxic. I mean, this is just pure toxic on the highest level possible. Okay, let me come back to you guys. Let me see. Let me flip my camera back over. Okay. Ooh, I look crazy, child. My hair is so dry. I'm giving you all kinds of Ursula hair right now, but I'm still oiling it, so it's going to be a little stiffy looking until I finish. But okay, so you heard it the whole video again. This is my second time playing it on my live feed. And so it is very toxic. It's very, very much attacking the LGBT community. It's definitely attacking his daughter, who is transgender. She is not a gay. She is transgender. There's a difference. And you clearly don't give two shits about that. And you're being very disrespectful to her, referring to her with masculine pronouns and things of that nature. And then surely, if people were to put their tongues and whiplash on your wife and kids the way you just did to Dwayne Wade, I'm sure, as toxic as you are, you lose your damn mind. But sure as a Dave Chappelle stand up anti trans attack, your day gonna come too. I'm pretty sure that the backlash is coming for you, and I'm sure the world heard exactly what you said. And because you constantly keep going online and posting toxic things, you're just that's the kind of person you are. You're just a toxic human being. But I think what was very shocking for me is how many people that I scrolled down to I couldn't scroll anymore was sitting there 100% with a fist up in the air in agreement with you. And I guess those are just your fans and your cheer squad. But like I said, we are, as black people, are very much divided. And as for Black Lives Matter is concerned, while you're sitting here, spewing all that hatred towards his child over wearing a jersey and a dress and acting as if no, the Kobe Bryant never had any gay fans or transgender fans or non-binary fans and all those things across the board, all races included, is asinine to me because you're right there on that court and you've seen all types of people at those games, but you choose to act as if you don't see anything. But you knew that child, and you know who that child is. Talking about you don't know the child's name. How the hell you don't know who the child? You all y'all play on the same teams and stuff. Why would you waste your time attacking Dwayne Wade's family if you didn't know the child's name? You're just telling a lie. You're just such a liar and a hypocrite. And God forbid did somebody start doing that to your kids and your family, and clearly you're in a mental space that's very toxic. And I feel bad for your wife and your kids at this point because it's got to be an embarrassment, And people like this who continue to spread hate and division in black spaces is going to be irrelevant in the future. I can feel that, and you can see the writing on the wall with it because black culture has got to come to terms with its its LGBT legacy in history, and it goes all the way back to Africa, and stop pretending like this was something created by the oppressors who brought our ancestors here, and somehow it jumps from generation to generations. No, stop with all that nonsense. That's just making excuses for your toxic behavior and toxic language to continue to have a platform to get the likes, to clicks, and get people to agree with you on your toxic behavior. And all it is toxic. It does not create unity. And when it starts to coming to buy black, I'm picky with mine. I'm not fixing to buy a Lakers ticket to go sit in a game knowing that it's a black person out there with that kind of rhetoric going on and possibly putting my life and my body in danger, clearly, in black communities, because your voice reaches into the most lowest levels of poverty in those spaces where men have to feel like they need to be closeted and not open in society. You are trying to reverse things, and that's what keeps kids, that are transgender, that are gay, being attacked and being murdered by other black youth and black people who feel the same way that you do, feel like that there should only be straight people in the world, which the world is not shaped like that. Seem like you guys have blinders on when it comes to other cultures that are LGBTQ and you're okay, long as it's not in your community and around your family and your friends, you seem to be fine with it. Because if that was the case, you would be talking about every single person at your Lakers game, which I'm telling you that there's plenty of LGBT people out there and trans and everything else across the board. But you choose to only see those black kids, and the closest one to you at right now is in Dwayne Wade's house, which I don't understand why you would do that, seeing that you as a father have your own kids and that you want somebody to attack your kids for XYZ, period. And so it is exhausting. And like I said, you know, everything about, the Black Lives Matter movement was started by a queer person, but now it's being hijacked by these types of guys who are out here spreading hate and division within black spaces. And it's working, clearly. And so, Dave Chappelle's another one out there who's out there attacking transgender people and stuff like that and making billions and millions of dollars. But I think his days are numbered. You know, we're no longer going to be dividing up our people based on gender and what types of clothes we wear. Who gives a shit? It's a jersey. The man has been dead for God how long now? You act like this was some epic thing. Like you went on the internet and blowed this thing up to the highest level where you're all on TV, like looking like a fool, and then you got people following in behind you just in repeat mode, repeating all that toxic behavior, which is just not going to help black culture. And like I said, you're the one who's making all the money, on the courts and stuff. But trust and believe, you hit the you're gonna offend the right group, and they're gonna come after your wallet. Trust and believe, and we're seeing it more and more, and every day, it's like it's so hard to exist in these communities and in these spaces and not feel safe. And it's just like, okay, you're rich, you got money, you don't even live in a black neighborhood. Clearly, you don't. And you wouldn't even have your kids living in the spaces where all these murders and stuff are happening of these transgender black kids. So, it's easy for you to hop over that fence and peek over into the poor black neighborhoods and try to micromanage who can be straight, who can be gay, who can be this, who can wear a jersey and all that, and spread it all over the internet and have all these little poor ass people get on the internet typing it away, agreeing with you. But they'll never have your money. They won't have that little white wife and those biracial kids, but they are clearly black like me, blackity black with a black mother and a black father, and they're poor and going through hell in their lives, but somehow they're looking at you like a savior because of what? Your little basketball career and that money and that little shirt you got on. And because a child who is clearly not yours, a black child who is transgender, wore a shirt and a skirt, a dress underneath it, and took a picture, you're having a whole hallelujah meltdown over there in your fancy ass lifestyle with your white wife and your biracial kids. Make it make sense, bitch. Because it don't to me. I don't get it. Same thing with Dave Chappelle, same scenario. He's got all the echelons of money. He has co opted to the farthest way from a black community as he can get, but he reaches his thumbs back in and attacks all the black transgender people as if we don't exist out here and don't go through hell and everything. But yet, his every word, these people are hanging on to it as if they're going to have his success and his money, and he gets to hop over that fence and co-sign onto whiteness, marrying to a biracial wife, white wife, and biracial kids, and all the same shit. But yet you want to reach back into that black community and try to micromanage and tell them how they should exist as black people. Blackity black. And it's annoying. It's so exhausting and annoying to listen to that toxic shit over and over and over and over. And you're reinforcing it with your status. But none of those people who live in those poor ass places really know exactly what's going on with you and how you live and how disconnected you are from your own black people. But yet, because you have the fame and you have the money, and that's what those poor ass people want. They want something to feel good about. They see you with your family and your kids and your career and your travels and all the bullshit in the interviews, and they love that. And then you can get into your little spaces on your airplanes or in your house or wherever you are, get on stage and just rant any kind of negative shit about black people that you want. And it reaches all the way down to those less educated and those impoverished people. And they sit there and believe, and all you have to say is the word Christian, and oh, they throw their hands up in agreement. But they always get on TV and say, well, all Black Lives Matter, and we don't want to see our children getting shot and hurt. We don't want to see our black kids, you know, in fear of their lives, as if these black trans kids don't are not included in the sentiment. Where you're trying to separate yourselves from that, and it's annoying. Like that is so stupid. And why would you do that? Everybody's a human being, and these kids deserve to be protected, just like your biracial kids deserve to be protected and are protected with your money, in your career, in your fame, and all of the bullshit that you have over there. And you don't think about that. And luckily, Dwayne Wade has security. He has all the money and the bullshit to protect his little black daughter. Even if you don't like the fact that, you know, she wore a jersey and a dress or whatever, that's not your child. And none of these black trans kids are your kid to be putting your thumbs on and trying to throw some bullshit Christianity stuff out there when you yourself has a past that's clearly out there. You ain't even got to scratch the surface on the shit you done, infidelity and all kinds of shit on you that's already circulating out there. So, but yet, not even 2 weeks ago, this is the bullshit that you just keep coming out. Crappy stuff coming out of your mouth is toxic. It just mm, it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I can't. And so I hope that my video will reach to the black community and the black trans young youth kids out there that heard that and know that you are loved, and that pay this man no mind, because he is very twisted in his thoughts, and he don't even love his friend, because if he did, he would not honor him in such a way to make a statement to attack a black child. And one thing you can say about Kobe, I don't ever remember that man coming on TV or coming on to a platform talking about transgender kids that are black or LGBTQ black children and attacking them. So why he's choosing to, speak for the dad, I have no idea. But clearly he is demented in his thoughts and troubled. And I hope that you guys see him for what he is. And I feel the same way about, sorry, Dave Chappelle. Got to put some conditioner in my hair to try to see if it'll soften it up some. And I feel the same way about Dave Chappelle. He's demented in his thoughts. He's possessed by the boogeyman, and he's obsessed with the subject line of trans. And he's admitted he's obsessed with it. So I don't know what happened, if he's had a little experience or what, but he's clearly mental. And just because you have money and fame doesn't mean that you're a sound mind. You're attacking people that have done zero things to you. And a lot of these people have paid and helped your career blow up. Thank God I never was a Dave Chappelle fan or a fan of those sports, because, I mean, if I was, I would be broken knowing that I wasted my good hard earned money on, you know, a black comedian and a black basketball star who clearly hates the foundation of who I am. Um, and that's unfortunate. I hope that Black people wake up and start to support each other and do right by each other and allow each other to breathe air and all that good stuff. That's all we can do. Other than that, I think that there's not going to be a whole much, much use for the term Black Lives Matter, because it's going to be like some Black Lives Matters, the way I see it, some, not all, clearly. And if, people want to fall in behind those toxic black men, let them go ahead. Let the chips fall where they may. But we've been here from the beginning and we ain't going nowhere. Just like they ain't going nowhere. So it is what it is. You know, you wishing death and wishing all kinds of negative things on trans and gay people. Bitch, your day coming too. We're all gonna get judged. We're all gonna get judged, Tony. Trust and believe. So ain't nobody worried about any of that. Just so you know. I know I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. Even though I get tired of seeing it come across my feed. And, you know, it is what it is. It's starting to soften up now that I put that. This is like coconut curling cream. It's by Cantu. Let me show it to you. And since I put some oil in my hair, I just want to soften it up with a little Cantu. I use with Cantu and um this other one is like a conditioner also, but it's you're really so technically supposed to wash it out, but I never do. I just put it in there and it softens my hair even more, and I just kind of push it in like that. I had to cut my hair a couple of months ago because it was so matted I couldn't comb through it because I just kept leaving it braided up, and it was kind of like dread. You know how dreads start to form? It was doing that. Um, but I love being blonde. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love it, and it's so pretty. I can't wait to I need to do the roots again soon. See how it's getting dark already? I'm gonna wait a little bit longer though. Like maybe sometime in March I'll go ahead and redo my roots. And then I got that purple shampoo. And when you put that purple shampoo in it, it pulls that dark yellow out and it just gets really light at the end. So it's like a honey blonde. It's so pretty. And I'm obsessed with the blonde. I love being blonde. All my life I want to be a blonde. Just because. And now I can be one. And it's so cute. And it's coming out here like it's this whole section missing right here. You can see it. But I just kind of covered over. Either I put like a ponytail or something to cover it, but it moves around like it's not. It's got hair in it, but it's still stressed. I think because I worry a lot. And I try to, avoid all the technical political stuff, but sometimes it seeps into my feed and I can help but absorb some of that. Um, Being an empath person, it's hard to um, watch a lot of news, even though I do consume a bit of black news and local news as well. So I try to watch um, soap operas and watch cartoons and stuff like that because news can stress me out really bad. It makes me want to lay in the bed and not get up and go to work. So, because it's so negative and toxic and crazy at times. And it is what it is. Um, but I'm glad I came on to Haps tonight. This is my first time coming on in a while. 'Cause I just have not felt like really being live. I just really didn't feel like I had anything that anybody wanted to listen to. But after seeing this toxic fool ranting and raving like a psychopath over nothing, over somebody else's child, unbelievable, and getting quite a few people to agree with him is really ridiculous. And so I thought I'd come on and talk about it. I feel better now that I've said my piece because I know that eventually my wisdom will rub off on some unsuspecting child is going to see that mess and be traumatized behind it because it's nothing but trauma. You're just traumatizing somebody else's kid with your rant. But God forbid if you came after his kids and started attacking them, then they'd be shitting their brick, ready to sue somebody and lawyer up because that's all he could do. But he keep running his mouth. He gonna run up on the right one's kid, and they gonna give him something to think about. He gonna be seeing Jesus for real. And keep on. Everybody ain't scared of y'all. Hmm. See how fluffy it is? It's nice. It, I like it when it finally softens up because see, it starts to curl and it's got a lot of body to it. It's really short, but I still like it. I liked it really long too, but I like it short also. Like either way, it looks good. Could be a little bit shorter. And I'm just barely able to comb through it because it was so dry. But it's starting to soften up now that I'm putting that conditioner in it. I'm gonna put some more conditioner in a minute because it drinks a lot of conditioner and there's a lot of hair still, even though it's coming out here. You see that part where it's coming out? And that moved. It was up here and now it's back here. But there's still like, there's still hair around here, so I just cover it. What the fuck am I gonna do? It's just nothing I can do about it. But I'm just glad I still have a lot of hair. Like it's still, oof, it's still a lot of hair. You can tell. And I just comb it over, shit, comb the shit over like everybody else do. Hell, I be seeing people with no damn hair, and they be adding more hair. Some of them just cut a circle out of their head like they got a bald spot and style around that. I'm like, y'all be doing everything out here on this internet. But then some of them have really pretty faces too. You know. I saw where Jada Pinkett Smith she had shaved her hair off bald, but she's got a really pretty face, so she can pull off that bald headed look. The face is so damn feminine and gorgeous. Hell, you don't need no hair. And even if she did, she could just throw a wig on anyway. If she really wanted to have a different look or whatever, she had every hairstyle there is. Yeah, there's a lot of women like that. They go to shave all the hair off, and they can just get up and go in the morning. They ain't got to worry about styling their hair or nothing. But I know a lot of hair comes out on this comb on my hair. Oof, I need to buy some more product. Get a little bit more of this oil. Mm, it's so nice. Feels really good too. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a very nice Valentine's Day. I got my strawberries dipped in chocolate. I haven't had a chance to indulge there in the freezer, but they look absolutely delicious. And if any of you guys were on Instagram earlier, I sent you the photo of what they look like, and it only cost me like $10, and I think I got like six huge dark chocolate dipped strawberries, and oh they look absolutely scrumptious, and I can't wait to bite into them. And if they're really, really good, I'll be ordering some more. I will be ordering some more. That's a really good deal. Can you see it? See, it's growing, but I had to cut it. So it's shorter on this side. So it's cut uneven. So I really need to get it cut all even all the way around. But I might just let it grow and do its own thing. As long as it doesn't fall out anymore, I'm cool. You see the bald spot? You can't really see it because I covered it now. And you might can just see it a little bit there, but it's not that bad. And so I'm really happy that I'm able to still kind of wear my hair and style it real cutesy and everything. And like I said, the black is already coming in. Um, and I'm gonna need to do the roots, and then I gotta get some more of that purple shampoo and redo it, and I'll be blonde again. I love, love, love being blonde. Love it. Okay, so um, it is 1:50, almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and stop chatting here. So I got to get ready for bed, and hopefully I'll come on again, and maybe we'll do like a round of karaoke and see if we can get Jeff and Leah to come on, and maybe I can get Leela to come and talk. She's a Native American friend of mine. I have Leah, Leela. I can get all these Leah, Skydoll names, and beautiful people. So I feel lucky to know them. I gotta get some oil. I need more oil. So thank you guys. There's only three people, three eyeballs tonight, and I'm sorry I didn't come on to sing or anything like that. I just came on to rant and vent. But it's therapeutic for me to talk about these things and rant on about it and just get it out of my head because once I see, I can't unsee it. And it's challenging enough that all these laws are being passed against trans children, and they're just going to have to really strap themselves in being viciously attacked by adults and stuff like that, and then being attacked by the government, state by state. So they've got a lot of challenges ahead of them, and they've got to be strong, 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 strong. And I'm pretty sure Gen Z will be fine. I'm not worried about them. I know that they are running shit. So they can handle anything that comes before them, I'm pretty sure. But there's other kids that aren't so strong that I'm worried about, and having been one of those kids, I know how hard it is. And you know, it is what it is. But I hope they see my videos and be inspired to be strong and go for the gusto on whatever it is that you want to do with your life, and don't worry about other people and what they think, because they don't matter. Because trust and believe they're going to do what they're going to do with their lives, and they don't want you telling them what to do. So why should they be micromanaging you? You want to wear that jersey, that Lakers jersey of that dead man, Kobe Bryant, and you want to wear it with a beautiful flowing skirt, work it out. Ain't nobody business but your own, and your friends who support you and love you. They want to see you. And I'm pretty sure Kobe is in heaven, minding his own business, not worrying about nobody wearing a jersey. That's probably the last of his thoughts. And so just keep those kind of things in mind when you see toxic people out there, because there are plenty. Pay them no mind. Live your life and embrace yourself, love yourself, and love those around you even when they don't love you. Just pray for them and love them anyway. Love them through all that pain. Love them enough to stay away from them. That's the best advice I can tell you. When people don't like you, just leave them alone. Stay away from them. You ain't got to prove nothing to them. And you don't have to go to them for anything. They ain't paying your bills. They're not buying your fingernail polish and all the shit that you need to be happy. So why why give them all of yourself when you can give to somebody who wants to be around you and love you? Don't waste your time. Don't lose no sleep thinking about it. It's not worth it. My mom tried to tell me so many times in high school and middle school, just don't give them all your energy and don't be upset about every little thing, because they ain't worth it. And I wish I would listen to her, because I would have had an easier transition. But I'm telling you from through her that she would want you to not give people all of your time and energy if they're not loving you and treating you with respect. You don't have to beg them for love. You don't have to beg them for acceptance or any of that. It's not worth it, because they're going to never probably treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You have to find people who want you and love you, and reach out to those types of people. People like me. I know I'm not, the ideal beauty queen or whatever, but I'm just like you. I've been in the same shit you'd already been through, and I survived it. I barely survived it, but I'm still here. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to keep loving people like you and me in the same situation. So, you know where to come to if you need to talk or hang out or whatever. Virtually, that is, because of COVID. We can't really be in person with each other, but I know you guys are out there. Just hang in there. That's all you got to do. Hang in there and do you. Okay? All right, I'm going to go, and thank you guys for, coming on and letting me vent, like I said. And I hope you enjoy your Tuesday, because it's going to be Tuesday now. Bye. Let's see, how do I end this? Oh, there it is.